find the partial fraction decomposition of this. Looks more complicated, and this one will involve 3 by 3 system of equations. So what should we do first? Factor the denominator. So we want to put this in form of A over plus B over plus C. But how do we know? You have to find the factors, right? And it will become C because I know it, but for you guys, you have to factor it first. So what does this become? Isn't it x times, what two number multiplies to negative 15 and adds to negative 2? X minus 5 and x plus 3. That means I put x here. The order doesn't really matter, right? And then I'll put x minus 5 here and x plus 3 there. So my goal is to find A, B, and C that will become 3x squared plus 36, x minus 15. So look at this. This is our common denominator. So from here, what do I need to multiply to make it this? Make this, which is that. You have to multiply by what? The other two factors, right? Which is x minus 5 and x plus 3. Same thing for denominator. X minus 5 times x plus 3. What about here? You only have x minus 5. Now you have to multiply by x and x plus 3, right? So it's x times x plus 3. Same thing, x times x plus 3. For C, you have x plus 3. So now you multiply by the other two, which is x and x minus 5, and x and x minus 5. So once I do that, the denominator becomes all this, right? When you multiply these, your denominator becomes what? X times x minus 5 times x plus 3. Right? That's what we were trying to do. We wanted to find the common denominator, which is equal to this, which is equal to that. And what do you do for the top? You distribute it. So let's FOIL it first. So it's A times x times x, x squared, x times 3, 3x, minus 5 times x, minus 5x, minus 5 times 3, negative 15, plus b times, that's easier. What's bx times x? bx squared. Bx times 3, 3bx. And here again, same denominator. Here I have cx times x, which is positive cx squared. Cx times negative 5 is negative 5 cx. Oh, yes. And this equals to that, which is equal to that, right? And they have a same denominator. Do you guys see it? That means their numerator must be equal. So let's just work with the numerators from here. 3x squared plus 36x minus 15 equals 2. So let's go ahead and distribute a. So ax squared plus 3ax minus 5ax minus 15a. And the rest I can just copy. We already evaluate them. Yes?
Why wouldn't you just simplify the...
I will. Yeah. I will. So now, let's combine like terms. So do I see any x squares? Yes. So ax squared plus 3bx squared plus cx squared. So can I write it as a plus b plus c times x squared? Right? Ax squared, bx squared, cx squared is same as a plus b plus c times x squared. So that must equal to what? The coefficient of x squared, which is 3. So that's our first equation for the system. Now let's do the x terms. So x here, I have 3ax minus 5ax, 3bx minus 5cx. Okay. So first, what is 3ax minus 5ax? Negative 2ax, right? So let me write negative 2a, and I'm going to put x outside. Okay? So I've done with these two. Here, 3bx, so it's positive 3b, right? What about negative 5cx? Negative 5c, and I can just put x outside. So I kind of skip one step by putting those like terms together. And what's the last one? Oh, yeah. Thankfully, there's only one, so it's minus 15a. So this is my coefficient of x squared. This is my coefficient of x. And this is my constant term. So now let's write system of equation. So a plus b plus c is the coefficient of x squared was equal to what? What's the coefficient of x squared? 3. All right. Now, coefficient of x is what? Negative 2a plus 3b minus 5c. Right? Coefficient of x. Number in front of x. What's the number in front of x should equal to? 36. What's the constant? Negative 15? A, right? Negative 15, A, which is the constant. What should that equal to? Negative 15. Oh! That was like a bonus equation, right? Why? We could easily find A by just dividing by negative 15, which is A become 1. So this one, you can solve it by hand, right? Because we already have A. But if I were to show you how to do it on the calculator, I can do that. Do you want me to? So, right? Yeah, this one, partial decomposition on the test, if it doesn't mention the way how you should solve it, you can do it either by hand or calculator. Okay? So we've done like 3 questions yesterday by hand, so I'm going to show you how to do it on the calculator. So write the coefficient of ABC in the same order. So what's the coefficient of ABC? 1, 1, 1. Negative 2, 3, negative 5. And what about here? What's coefficient of A? Negative 15. What's the coefficient of B? 0, 0. Okay? Times, if you just rewrite this in the matrix form, it is A, B, C. You multiply by A, B, C. You sandwich it, right? You go from here to this way. And that equals to 336, negative 15. So then what do I need to show? Yeah, what do we need to do to solve for ABC? Meaning, how do we get rid of this or make this equal to 1? You multiply by the inverse of this on both sides. So now if you rewrite it, it's A, B, C equals to the inverse of this, 1, 1, 1, negative 2, 3, negative 5, negative 15, 0, 0. Multiply the inverse, this is the notation for inverse, times what? 336, negative 15. So now let's plug into the calculator and find its inverse because we don't know how to find the inverse by hand if the matrix is 3 by 3. So you go to second matrix, edit, 3 by 3. Yes. Try it, guys. Don't just copy it down. Try it. So it's 1, 1, 1, -2, 3, and -5. -15, 0, 0. Okay. Go to second matrix, and I'm going to add the second matrix to 3 by 1, which was 3, 36, 15. 3, 36, -15. 3, 36, -15. Okay? And then quit it, second mode, quit. And I want to find the inverse first because you have to write it down. So do second matrix A, and then raise it by -1 inverse. Press enter. Oh. You have to give me exact numbers, meaning you have to change these two fractions. So hit math, 2 fractions, enter, enter. So that becomes what? 0, 0, -1 over 15. You have to give me the inverse matrix to get 4 points. 5 over 8, 1 over 8, 1 over 40, 3 over 8, -1 over 8, 1 over 24 times 336, -15. What is that equal to? So again, do second matrix A inverse times second matrix what? B. Oh, second matrix B. Press enter. I get 1, 6, -4. 1, 6, -4. Math, enter, enter. So what is my ABC? Oh, are we done? This one, we don't have to write in the order pair. We just got to write the decomposition. So we plug it in ABC here. So what is our final answer? I'm going to just edit this rather than rewriting the whole thing. You see? High tech. Hope you guys can do this on your notebook. So what was A? 1. What was B? What was B? 6 and -4. So 6 and -4, meaning I have to change this to minus. So that is your final answer.